Well, I got up this morning to go look on the front porch to find out if my stuff arrived, and look at what we got there. So we're going to unbox these. This is what I was telling you about earlier. This is the Ameristep Throwdown 3-panel turkey blind, but I'm going to use it for deer hunting. Why? Because I'm Nomad Outdoors, and we do what we want. Oh. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to bow camp. Welcome to Nomad Outdoors TV. Welcome to so many things. I talked about this. This thing got, we ordered this yesterday and paid like, I don't know, almost like 40 bucks for delivery. But the actual blind itself is anywhere between, depending on where you go. Like I said, this one I got at Midway USA. I think that's what the name of it is. Hey, dog, we're shooting a show here. Get out of the shot. Move it. She just doesn't know any better. She's photobombing us. Anyways, anywhere between 30 and 40 bucks where I found it, depending on where you were looking. So I ended up going with Midway because they had them in stock, and they had their little disclaimer that said that they could ship it and it would arrive for me before bow hunting started. So anyways, this is what it is. I get up this morning, there's the box sitting on the table. And guess what's in it? 2 Ameristep 3-panel turkey blind throwdown blinds, or however you want to string that together. Why are there 2 of them? Why are there 2 of them? Because I always take care of Jerry Bear, and he's not going to have one, and I got one for him. And then when he's not hunting, I suppose the old gray bear could use one of them. Why did I get these? Because it's not turkey season, but it's deer season, and the problem that my dilemma, my conundrum, I think it is, as the gray bear would say it, was I needed something that I could walk out into the woods and hunt and find a good spot and go, hey, I'm just going to set up right here without having to spend, 2 hours making a debris blind, or humping out a pop-up blind and, taking however many minutes and how much movement it takes to set one of those up. I wanted something that was, as I said before, I wanted something that was high speed, low drag. I needed something that I could strap to my backpack, and if I want to use it, I use it. If I don't want to use it, I don't want to use it. But it's not a burden to carry, as we talk about that, as I have said in many of our shows, is, I like to be like, I want to get into the woods, and I don't want to be packing out there with this huge backpack and all types of gear. I want to be able to go out there and walk around and be able to move and not draw a lot of attention. So again, here we go with the high speed, low drag. Just as minimal as you need to get out into the woods. That being said, quit babbling, you say. So I needed something that I could strap to my pack and was easy to set up. So that being said, this is the box, and I don't know if I'm going to keep the box or not keep the box. It has some sort of directions in it. It comes in a big plastic bag. Don't let your kids get caught in a plastic bag. So for the most part, that right there is it, my friends. And that is something that'll fit. Hold on. I'm back. So, more thoughts on, we talked about backpacks, we talked about gear, we talked about a lot of things. And I know this is pre-hunting season. We don't have any videos of us in the woods yet, but we will be getting in the woods. This is not my actual, my day pack. I struggle because the day pack that I have is a little bit bigger than this, and that's too big for me. I need something that's a lot more lightweight anyways. So one of my projects that I have to do between today and tomorrow before opening day on Sunday is I have to put some gear into this pack so that it is, I could take this out into the woods, and I've got just the bare minimum. That being said, all of that diatribe, all of that nonsense to say what I want to do is take this blind and attach it to this backpack, just like that. So that when I go out into the woods and I go, hey, this is a good spot, maybe there could be some deer coming through here, maybe I'll sit for a while. Well, rather than, and I'm bow hunting, so, you know, if you can't find the perfect spot, you know, what if I'm out in the open and I go, ah, here's all the deer poop and here's all the trails and they're right here in the open and I've got no cover. Well, here we go, portable cover. So let's see what this thing of a doodle looks like here. So there's a little attached Velcro to it. It looks like it folds out pretty darn easily. This is a thing that I liked about this one as opposed to other ones, is it has these spring rods on it. So hopefully you're seeing all this. So it goes poof, and it goes. And I'm sure with a little bit of practice I will get much better at that poof. And then it goes, move it over, move it over, move it over, and it goes poof. Now that's what I like about it. There was a lot of other ones that were out there that didn't have the stability that this one has. This one is going to stand up in the wind because it has these little, oop, don't knock my coffee over. It has these little, come on, fold over, fold over. Has these little stickers that you can stick into the ground. And, you know, I haven't quite decided for bow hunting how this is going to work. But, you know, the little stakes that go into the ground, they go into the ground, you put a tree behind you, you got room that you can set some gear down, you know, grab binoculars or the camera, and it's not going to draw a lot of attention to you. Got the, you know, I needed it to be lightweight, and that's what I'm looking at, and then we'll be testing it out in the woods. I know it has, you know, there's a couple of things that I'm noticing that are like trying to get it into the right shape. But I'm thinking once you stake this thing down, I'm thinking we'll be pretty good once you get it staked down. It stretches out just a little bit more. But, you know, as that stands, if I stake this into the ground and got me a little stool to sit on, or even if my thoughts is not even a stool. I said stool. My thoughts is back up against the tree and kneeling on like one knee, doing one of these jobbers. And then that way, if you're going to shoot, you bring that bow up and you've got clearance just right over the top, so it's just your upper body. You know, if you were to sit on like a proper chair, you're going to be, you know, chair pose, you're going to be sitting like this. Which is still going to give you some lower cover. So, but those are my thoughts, and this is the Ameristep Throwdown Turkey Blind. Don't think that it's just for turkey season, because I think this is going to work pretty good for giving me cover, and it sure beats how many times I've been out in the woods and had to build a debris blind. I find a good spot to hunt, but I don't know that it's any good. So you got to spend an hour, you know, quietly and with the lowest concentric ring, the lowest ripple of noise and motion and scent, make a debris blind, which that's not an easy thing. And then you spend the time and the effort to put this debris blind in, and then you don't see anything. And then you go there another day and you don't see anything. So you're like, maybe I need to move up the trail a little bit further, or down the road, or back into the woods a little bit further. Well, then you get back there and then you're like, well, don't have any cover back here either. So now what am I going to do? Well, now what are you going to do? Now you got to build another debris blind. And here in Michigan, if you build a debris blind, the DNR wants you to bust it back down and scatter the pieces so that it doesn't, so that the woods aren't full of debris blinds all over the place. But this way, I don't have to worry about any of that. I may have to worry about something to sit on. But we'll see how that goes. I think this is going to give me enough cover that if I got a tree behind me and I kind of kneel down, I can lean back against a tree, relax for a little bit. It's going to get uncomfortable because your ankles get tight and your toes get bent and your knees start to hurt and your hip starts to hurt if you're leaning on the roots of the tree. So there's all these things to take into consideration. But this isn't really for long-term sitting. This is for sneak and peeking. This is for still hunting. This is for stalk hunting. So this is at the most you may sit in this for maybe an hour. Or if you find a spot that's like the sweet spot and you're like, yeah, this is it, this is where I'm going to shoot the biggest deer of my life, then you might as well put up a pop-up blind or put up a tree stand. And like I said, this is the process. It starts here, then it would maybe move to either a tree stand or a pop-up blind, because that's the next phase. If I sit in this, maybe I get lucky. Maybe I become Fred Bear and I can shoot a deer off of the ground, at 20 yards and be an absolute stud bow hunter. But doesn't seem to be my luck. You watch our show. You don't need to know anything more. But that's it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this staked out outside so that it can get all the scent off of it, and it's going out in the woods on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in.